Welcome to the easy paleo, gluten, and dairy-free cooking show with me. I'm JJ Flazanes. Still not happy with your body? Get your free copy of The Invisible Fitness Formula, 5 Secrets to Release Weight and End Body Shame at jjflazanes.com/gift. Today's show. Oh, do I have a treat for you today. I have the one and only Laila Ali with us today.
Ta-da!
We are going to make some recipes from her newest book, Food for Life, which is a gorgeous, beautiful book. Please get it, because all of the things we're going to talk about today are in this book. And of course, as you know, I don't measure too much. So if you want to know the exact measurements, the book is where you're going to get it. So Laila, what are we making first?
Well, we are going to make a zesty lime and oregano seared chicken breast. And I absolutely love this recipe because I like chicken, but of course I like to use organic, free-range chicken, and it has very simple ingredients. There's not that many, but it has so much flavor, right? So the lime also is something that's going to tenderize your chicken, because one of the complaints a lot of people have with chicken breast is that it can get dry.
Yes.
So you don't want to overcook it, but you still can't undercook it.
Right.
But letting it marinate with the lime and the seasonings really does something wonderful to the chicken. It's super easy.
Well, I don't have a lot of chicken on the show. We did a roasted chicken because of cooking the chicken with your bones and the skin on, of course, keeps that moisture in the chicken, which is, why I haven't done chicken breast, because chicken breast, like you said, it gets dry. Mm-hmm. It's really easy. So let's start with, how did you make this recipe? Like, what inspired you about it?
You know, when I was doing the cookbook, of course, I have recipes that I've been making for years. And then I said, I need more recipes, because, I need like over 100 recipes are in this cookbook. So I worked with my writer, Lita Shimtab, who also is a cook and has her own cookbooks, and she has a restaurant. And we kind of said, what could we put in here that's fresh, that's easy, and then we came up with this together. So it's a newer recipe, but I have absolutely found love with it.
Well, as I was looking through the book and deciding what to show you and thinking, we don't have a lot of chicken on this show, let's do this. And so I love all the ingredients that you had. So let's talk about what are the ingredients. We use organic chicken breasts. And for those of you that live near California or Trader Joe's, I love these individually wrapped chicken breasts because they're easy to freeze and they're just super convenient. They're free-range organic, and there you go.
I'm a big Trader Joe's fan, by the way.
Yeah.
As for the price point and the quality, they make it easy. And like you said, I love this because put them in the freezer and then it's just something you can pull out pretty easily.
Yep, and thaw when you want to use it. Of course, we're using organic limes. We've got Himalayan pink sea salt that I always love to use because of the minerals that are in here, 84 minerals that your body needs. We are mineral deficient people. Without minerals, we don't absorb vitamins. So please make sure to get your salt with your minerals. We're using some black peppercorns, and the recipe called for fresh or dried oregano. I just, for ease and comfort, did the dried, right? And then we've got the organic olive oil, and we're going to be using coconut cream in place of the heavy cream that Laila has in the book, because as you know, my show is paleo, gluten, and dairy-free. So,
well, I do have a sidebar that says, if you want to make it dairy-free, to go ahead and use the coconut cream, which is great. I use it as well. It has a different flavor, but I like the flavor. It goes well with lime.
Cool. So why don't we describe what's in our chicken here?
So we already have done this, of course. You marinate the chicken in the lime, some lime zest, the salt, the pepper, the oregano. And you want to have it in here for at least about an hour. But even if you didn't put it in for an hour, you'd still be okay. But I would say an hour. You don't want to do more than 4 because it can start changing the texture of the chicken and making it kind of milly. So you don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take some olive oil. We're going to heat it up in the pan, put our chicken breast in, sear it, so like brown it on both sides. And then after that, we're going to take the rest of the juices and these red onions and saute them in the pan and add the cream and make the sauce. What I like to do is I like to put this over a black rice. I have a recipe for that in my cookbook as well, which I use coconut milk, so it really gives a nice tropical island flavor. Or, if you want to use pasta, or if you just want to have it over a salad. It's just really a great dish.
I'm excited to start making this.
Okay.
What I love about what you said is that we're going to be cooking the onions and the juice separately from the chicken, which I think is really interesting, and not to soak it for more than 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know for me, I like to do things the night before.
Right.
And overnight might be too much. We don't want to ruin the chicken.
Definitely.
All right, here we go to the pan.
Let's do it. All right, so let's turn that stove on for me. And everybody's stove is different, but you want to get your pan hot, not to the point where you're burning the oil. And I like to use coconut oil as well for cooking chicken. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there.
We'll just switch.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. And the reason why we don't put the onions in with the chicken is because they can burn. So we want to make sure that we can cook the chicken long enough without having to worry about the onions overcooking. Right?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this chicken in the pan. So we're going to let this cook for about 3-4 minutes on each side on a medium heat. All these juices have already marinated into this chicken.
I know.
And now this is really becoming the first part of the sauce because the drippings are going to be left in the pan from the chicken and then the red onion.
I love sauce. I'm all about the sauce. You can just make a dish and mean the sauce. It's all about the sauce.
Exactly. And it's so simple. You
Right.
know, it's so simple to do. And sometimes people get intimidated with sauce.
Right.
But what I love about this one is that, you know, as we cook the coconut milk down, it'll thicken a little bit, but there's no additives, there's no flour or anything like that, which you get a lot of times when you go to a restaurant and get sauce. You don't really know what's in there.
Exactly.
That's what I love about cooking at home, and that's why I encourage people through my cookbook, Food for Life, to cook at home as much as they can, because that's the only way you really know what's in your food that you're eating.
Right, and you can control the ingredients, make it the way that you like it if you're going to cook, and it doesn't have to be that hard.
Yeah, and food is love, right?
Totally.
And if you go to a restaurant, you don't know who's back there cooking your food, what kind of energy they have.
Yep.
Just like with the animals, commercially farmed meat, you know, the stress that they go through and the hormones that they release and the chemicals they release in their body, and then you're putting those in your body. Energy is the same way. So that's one of the things I think about too when I eat out. You don't really know what's going on in the kitchen. Have you seen some of these shows ever where they're like doing the kitchen makeovers? Like Gordon Ramsay had this show, and he'd go in. And I'd be like, what is going on? The kitchen sometimes would be dirty.
Yeah.
They would just be doing things unethically. There'd be all this tension in the kitchen. And I was like, I'm surprised they even want to show that on TV, because I would never want to go back to a restaurant like that.
You're in reality TV. You
Right,
understand.
right.
You have to show the bad first, and you have to make the bad really bad.
Right.
So that when you show the better, you're like, what a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really inspiring, though, to make me want to be like, that's why I like to cook at home. Keep it at home.
No, that's a good point. And for those of you, you know, Laila is probably one of the busiest people I know. Obviously, she had a cookbook, she's got a television show, she's got a podcast. I think she's going to be doing another television show. She's touring around, she's cooking, and she still cooks for her family. There is nobody else cooking in her house but her. I love that. That's why I love you, because you're so real.
Thank you.
And cooking is so important. It's important to me. That's why I'm doing the show. It's why it's something that I'm not an expert in cooking, but what I am is Greek Italian and love food and health.
Right.
And I want to share that it's easy and get people to start cooking more.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. You know, that's my whole purpose as well, is trying to inspire people to cook for themselves, not to be intimidated by it. You're going to learn along the way. You're going to make some mistakes along the way, but that's okay. You know, that's the same way I learned. I started cooking when I was about 9 or 10 because my mom didn't cook, and I love to eat and I love to cook. And I've just continued to learn and grow along the way. So that's it. What was I doing for Mother's Day that just passed? I was cooking.
You were cooking on Mother's Day?
I love it. People are like, why are you cooking on Mother's Day? See, but that's what I like to do.
All right,
so we
okay.
had chicken and waffles.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so I'm going to let this cook for maybe like 30 more seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so the chicken is done. So now I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions. So just get them into the pan. All the juices that were left in the bag. We're going to saute these up.
I'll take that.
Thank you.
Yep.
So with the onions, of course, you can chop them how thin or how thick according to how you like them. So we had some pretty thick chicken breasts there. So you always have to, you know, take into account how big your piece of meat is. So those chicken breasts, we had to cook a little bit longer.
Right.
So you want to definitely just make sure your chicken is cooked through.
And as you'd mentioned, you can also pound your chicken if you want to make it thinner.
Oh, I love doing that. Yeah, I'll pound the chicken, and sometimes you could just slice it, fillet it, make it, you know, or just cut it into slices. So before you start cooking it. So depending on how much time you have.
Now I followed your directions with the onion. So tell me, is there anything about the big pieces, the half moon pieces that you had? Because I know some people like to chop things up fine, and some people like bigger chunks. I know when I roast onions, I make them like this because I think they caramelize nicer, and they're not so soggy. So any particular reason for the cut?
I probably have mine cut like this, but a little thinner. But it just depends on how much onion you want to have in your mouth at one time, right? But either way, they're not going to be raw. So once you cook them and caramelize them, it's going to take down that flavor that first. So you always want to,
I can't eat raw onions.
I don't like the flavor. Raw onion will totally Raw onion will totally change the flavor of anything that you're cooking.
Exactly, and your mouth, right? I mean, I remember all day long. I feel like onion.
I remember I competed on Chopped once, and Well, multiple times, but one time I won the round because the other person did not blanch or do anything to their onion. They had raw onion in addition. The judges didn't like it because they said once they bit into the onion, they couldn't taste anything else. Yeah. So watch it with the onions.
Is that when you did the guacamole with the gochujang?
No, that was a different time.
So Laila has in the book guacamole with gochujang, which is a Thai or Korean red chili paste. Which I haven't tried the recipe yet, but I did buy the gochujang at Trader Joe's. They actually have it, like ketchup. I found it a really interesting flavor. I love hot and spicy things. So anything that's new that you tell me is a new pepper, a new spice, I'm all about trying it.
It's so funny. I didn't know what that. Oops. Thank you. Caught it. It didn't fall. It's funny. I didn't know what that was either until I had to compete with it. So, but now I've been using it ever since. So it's pretty good. Like you said, it's always nice because you can just add one little thing and it changes the flavor of some of the foods that you've been making for years. Right. Switch it up. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna give these another minute.
Well, pepper, like my new thing is like peppers. I don't know if you've had, I'm sure you've had Scotch bonnet peppers from Jamaica.
Yep.
So different than a jalapeno or a habanero, right? Or ancho chili. I mean, they're all so different. Anyway, I'm like this new thing with, maybe we'll do a whole series with peppers because I find it like wine tasting. It's just very different. They're all peppers, they're all hot peppers, but they're so different.
So you like spicy food?
I do.
Okay, yeah. See, I have been pulling back from it just because I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, so they limit me sometimes. But definitely, when you have those peppers, let me know so I can come over here and taste it.
Yeah, we'll do a whole pepper thing.
Okay, so now I'm going to add the coconut milk, and this is what's going to make this a sauce. So it's going to soak up all these flavors. We got the flavor from the chicken and from the marinade with the oregano, lime, and the onions, of course, have their own flavor. We just cook this a little bit, just till it's heated. The longer you leave it in the pan, the more it's going to thick up. If somebody did want to make this a thicker sauce, they could use like arrowroot if they wanted to, or quinoa flour. There's a lot of different alternatives you can use.
You can even use coconut flour.
Yep.
Which adds a little bit of fiber to it as well.
Oh, nice. Anytime you can add nutrition, that's what I like to do.
Yep, especially, I'm so glad your kids eat all your food.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to be careful what I make because, you know, if I try to do too much or get too creative, that's when I'm like, I spend all this time. So I kind of stick to the basics. I know what they like, and I try to, you know, incorporate something new weekly for them to try.
Expand their palate.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm working on that with a few adults. Expand your palate.
Yes, all these wonderful foods in the world for us to try.
Yeah.
It's like, just imagine, that's like living in the same, you know, city all your life and never going out of your city, but there's all these other beautiful places in the world. The same thing with food, right?
Absolutely. I don't know how I lived without cumin. I'm from Pennsylvania. We never used cumin. I got to California and I'm like, this is the best thing in the world.
See?
Cumin is amazing.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a little pepper. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to always kind of add my own touch to recipes. So I'm gonna add a little pepper. I know you won't mind.
Oh no.
And I'm going to add just a little bit of salt for that nutrition, and the salt definitely brings out all the flavors.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid of salt, everyone. Salt brings out the flavors. It gives you your minerals. If you have inflammation, it's not the salt, okay? It's probably the gluten and the dairy that you're eating.
Right.
and the sugar and some of the other things that are in your system. So I know people just get so nervous about, they're like, oh, I have a heart thing, and trust me, let's work with your functional medicine physicians to teach you that now too much salt might be a problem, but it doesn't mean don't use salt. We need our salt for flavor especially.
Yep. That's one thing about my cooking. It has got to have flavor.
Yes. Too many people, bland palates.
Yep. Nutrition is king, but flavor is queen in my kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. Now our sauce is ready. Yay! So let's go ahead and cut this chicken. And if I had some fresh oregano, I'd probably use it as a little bit of a garnish on top. So I'm going to cut this.
And this recipe in the book actually calls for you to cut the chicken. Just JJ didn't cut the chicken today. So, which is why we're giving you many options. If you don't have the time to cut it beforehand, which would cook faster, by the way. Also at Trader Joe's, for those of you that are living near Trader Joe's, they sell chicken already cooked. Not that you want to do that, but they sell it cut too. So many different options for you based on your time and effort level.
And if they did sell it cooked, then all you really have to do is make the sauce, right?
Yes.
Yep, so.
I mean, but the marinade, I'm sure, is really a game changer there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
Because plain chicken, plain chicken.
Yep.
That's why we're doing chicken on the show. We already done plain chicken. We did roasted. It's great, but let's do something different.
Okay, so let's go.
Beautiful.
Ahead, put this down.
Do we want a regular spoon for dishing it? Or
Well,
no?
we could. You know, hey.
Okay.
I don't want to be doing too many dishes. Do you?
Unfortunately, I like dishes.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I'm that person who is like, I'm
the
a
dish
water
doer.
sign. Like I do dishes and something like it's like relaxing. I know I'm crazy, but whatever.
You do the dishes. I'll let you do that. I'll do the cooking. You do the dishes. We'll make a good team.
Okay, good.
I made a little mess. We can start by
That's okay.
wiping that up. So this is the finished product. I usually like to have a little something green on the top to
Absolutely.
give it a fresh look. But let's taste it.
Oh my god, it's so good. You want to taste it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love lime, and I love chicken, and I love coconut. Those are all awesome flavors. Yum. All right, zesty lime, oregano, chicken. Food for life. Laila Ali, please get the book. Try this chicken, it's fabulous. It's great for leftovers and to put over. I love it just the way it is. So if you're paleo, keep it away from the starches. This is just enough for you. And maybe add some fat, maybe some avocado on the side
yeah.
and a salad, and some
yeah.
vegetables, steamed broccoli, sauteed broccoli, roasted vegetables.
Anything. And this is a great make-ahead dish. It holds well in the fridge, and it's very zesty. I love it. Wonderful for summer.
Totally. So make it, get her book, and we'll see you back here soon.